take the end one? Take the end one there, on the end one there. See, they're getting up and down. Right, now seated folks, the first thing you do is look up. Look at that dome, it's amazing, isn't it? That's the interior zone. And there's a gallery up there. I was here yesterday, there was a couple of people walking up there in the gallery. Now we ain't going up, there's 500 steps. There's no way we're walking up there and back down again. It'll take you the whole morning to get up and back down. But there's also an outer gallery, an external gallery outside on that outer dome, at the very top where the ball and cross is placed. But if you put two people up there inside that inner dome, and you're about 112 feet apart, that's the circumference. One person turns and talks gently to the wall. And the sound is carried to the other person on the other side immediately. Absolutely extraordinary, the acoustics. It's called the Whispering Gallery. So you can imagine when the choir comes out and sings, see the little orange lamps up there in the choir stalls? That's the choir stalls for the choir, which is famous. St. Paul's Choir is famous. The whole building lifts off like a rocket because of the acoustics. And this is why you can hear me here, because the sound carries right throughout the cathedral. So when you come for a sung service, Handel's Messiah, which we're going to have for Easter, and the daily sung services, it's absolutely fantastic to come here for a sung mass. It really is fantastic. Now the interesting thing about Rem, who built this cathedral, and he wasn't an architect, he was a mathematician, a very scientific figure, is he went also on to build 52 more new churches. Because when London burnt down, the whole city disappeared. And craftsmen came flooding into London looking for work, so he selected the best. All the metal work and the metal gates you see all over the cathedral were done by a Frenchman called Jean Tijoux. All the wonderful wood panelling and the carving, which you're going to have a look at in a minute, was done by a great Dutchman called Brilliant Gibbons. Cybers, the great stonemasons. Remember, all this was hand cut. It didn't have machines in those days, in the 17th century. So it was quite an extraordinary undertaking. And the other unusual feature of Wren's churches, none of them were the same. All the other 52 parish churches that were lost in the fire were all different. Different interiors, different towers, different spires, different steeples. So it was quite an imaginative man to create so many new churches. But all the churches had one important thing